Welcome back to Story by Dice, and for this campaign, welcome back to the Sword Coast, a storied land full of magic, mischief, and machinations. We are an anthology actual play tabletop role-playing podcast. My name is Dallas. I will be your GM for this podcast.
My name is Luis, and I will be playing Lord Tempest, the Lich Necromancer.
Hi, I'm Ariana. I'm going to be playing the Halfling Artificer, Elowen Kingfella.
My name's Eric, and I'll be playing Tobazim, the human fighter, fighting drow?
Fighting drow? Yeah, that was a surprise, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so last time we were fighting drow. That's right, these scary and quite intimidating drows had showed up, magically transported Varja Blackstaff away, and were on their way to destroying the team. Thankfully, due to successful rolls, strange magic occurrences, and other ill-fortune luck, you guys managed to make it successful as the mage and two of the gunslingers ran out the building. And as they did, you heard them discussing something in a language you didn't understand. However, the word Jarlaxle was clear and present to your ears. With all that in mind, we're going to get right back into it. The room is a mess. As Murph is still in suspended animation in the far part of the room, not surrounded by a container anymore, thanks to Tobazim, all the fighting clearing up, Varja is pulling Sarah to her feet. Gale walks over and is kind of looking at you, Tobazim, and just like looking you over, seeing if you're okay.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
Gale of Waterdeep.
Oh, what does this do, Gale? And then I flick a different switch.
Roll a d20, please.
8.
As you flip the switch, you hear a loud whirring of mechanical devices, and several arcane sigils appear in the air all around Murph. And Tempest, you're standing right next to there, so you can see this. The dust particles that I mentioned in the last episode, you see them start to vibrate and move. And then you see Murph start to vibrate and move, and you see the explosion in the corner of Murph's head start to get bigger and bigger. Varja sees that happening, turns to Tobazim and yells, "Flip that switch back!"
I guess I do that?
The temporal stasis field stays around Murph. You do see that the weird magic record skip thing where you guys couldn't use magic, you do see that did affect Murph too, in a sense. Like, his brain's even more open now.
What the hell?
Tempest is gonna go.
I see. As I suspected.
Tempest, you are flickering still, but the periods of which you're flickering are getting farther and farther between, so.
I'd like to loot the bodies. I'm just a guy.
Just a guy.
Just a guy.
Tempest is going to turn to Gale and go,
You, wizard.
Yes? Gale of Waterdeep.
You know, it doesn't do very much to say where you are from if we are already there.
Well, fair enough, I suppose.
I am Tempest of Zinlinol.
Zinlinol?
You know about me.
He's looking you up and down and he says, "Yes, it's very interesting that you're able to sustain yourself considering that Mistra wasn't even a thing back then. It was Mistral. You're something of a marvel."
What did you say? Mistra. I see. I see.
Oh,
It all makes sense now.
you didn't know, did you? When did you die?
Several thousand years ago. I became what I am now, and shortly thereafter, I was placed into a stasis. They could not hold me until they could.
Have you ever heard of a Karsus?
Yes, I'm familiar with the man who would be God.
But yet you didn't know about Mistral.
The universe continued to exist, and therefore I believed that Mistral survived.
Afraid not. She transformed and in turn create an entirely new aspect of herself. I'm sure you're wondering why your powers aren't as strong as they used to be. Well, it's because of Mistra.
I see. Yes, I've been able to piece that together.
As you're discussing this, I'm going to say in total, Tobazim, you get 15 gold from the soldiers. You get the short sword from the bandit captain. Oh, you also see on the bandit captain. Oh, everybody roll history for me as well. But on the bandit captain, you see he has a sigil on his kind of lapel.
Then 21.
Heard.
I got a 16.
I got a 12.
We're going to give this one to Luis. As you kind of look over the dead bodies, you see something familiar in one of them. The scout captain, you recognize him. He was at the yawning portal.
It's the guy who didn't care about anything.
Mm-hmm.
The pin on his lapel is a red tricorn hat with gold rim and a black feather and also a eye patch under the red hat. You guys can roll history on this one as well if you'd like.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay, cool.
I got a 17.
So you recognize this pin, and a little bit of fear creeps over your skin. This is the sigil of Brigandarth, a mercenary group run by Jarlaxle Banra.
So, and I'm gonna slap Murph's face. I'm just gonna.
As you do, you see the skin start to ripple, and then it freezes. Varja, she kind of walks over to you and says, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. He's currently under the impressions of a time stop spell. Right now, that's the only thing saving him from not being exploded.
So how do you time reverse? What happened to this guy?
Oh, you guys know him.
No is such a strong word.
Guys. The bomb.
Oh, it was a bomb.
Guys, it's the bombs.
Why don't you just move the bomb then?
It's not so much grabbing of a bomb. So here's the issue, and this is why it's taken me so long. She casts a series of spells, and they start to float and emanate, and it pulls out, and you see the bomb that is currently exploding. You see it start to kind of unravel. Not literally, it's still exploding, but you see these holographic images start to unravel, and you see a series of arcane symbols. As you are all looking at it, so is Varja, and she's looking through these things, and she points to one symbol in particular. A circle with one dot in the middle and 6 kind of points converging on the dot in several different directions. Of all the arcane sigils, I recognize every one of these, but this one, I don't.
Can I roll Arcana?
You don't need to roll for this. You know this symbol.
Do I get to roll or something?
Everybody else can roll if they would like to.
It's a spider.
Dirty 20 for Elowen.
6.
I'll give you something, but like the DC for this is like 25.
Huh, with my 6, it'll be no match. I did your sigils.
Tempest, this is a Netherese symbol, back of the times of Mistral. And you know this symbol that means absolute.
As in like supreme or like what?
What did you got a 20 on the Arcana check, so that will say, Elowen, in your studying, you have noticed that this sigil, we're gonna say it seems to strangely pulse around Tempest.
Tempest is going to stare at it very intently and go,
No, it can't be possible. No, Nilo does not have that kind of power.
Varja has a very annoyed expression on her face, and she says, care to share with the class?
Do you not see? It is absolute. It is permanence. The sigil indicates the permanence of the spell. It is forever, infinite. Its power
Varja interrupts you and says, that's not possible. Mistra would prevent something like this kind of magic existing.
This is not Mistra's magic.
It's Shar's? This is shadowy?
It is possible that it may be Shar.
You not say their names? I don't like that. I don't like it when you say their names. It's not a good thing.
I suppose that is fair.
If there are remnants of Netherese magic, aside from myself, it is possible that Mistral's magic may persist in echoes, in chaos. But for it to be harnessed by mortals, by mere drow.
What is going on in Eluin's head when she's hearing all this?
Truly, she is like writing things down as quickly as possible. She's like, the brain is not optimal at the moment, so we're just gonna write everything down, and then we'll be fine. And then I will collect data, and everything will be fine.
Varja looks to Tobazim, and then looks at Tempest, looks at you all and says, okay, you can't dispel absolute magic. The best I can do is contain it.
Yes.
I can do this, and I might, but I don't believe you guys have been entirely forthright.
I'm ambidextrous.
That's...
What if you kill him?
Don't kill him. We don't know.
You can bring a lot of things back. What if you kill him?
We should not kill him. To kill him would be to destroy the bomb, and to destroy the bomb would be to destroy the only means to examine this device further.
Oh, that's not true.
Are you willing to die for this?
No, but I mean, you could probably dig around and get it out of me.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I have one as well.
She has the Blackstaff in hand, and she's raising it up and looks like she's about to strike you down, and she's like, you tell me you have these bombs in your head too? You didn't think that would be
I
important?
didn't think it was relevant at the time.
It's so relevant!
Are you sure?
Yeah!
Okay, I'll make it happen.
Oh
Relevant.
my
It's in my brain.
fucking... That's immensely important. Okay, if you all have the same bombs, then maybe we can trace the magical energy, potentially?
It's not impossible.
Another question.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
I'd like to note about Eluin, she is like raising her hand when she asks these. She feels like she's back at home in like a lab setting.
Before you answer your question, you see that she's gone back to the desk with all the papers scrawled out, and you see she's kind of searching and mulling her way through.
Yes. Are you more interested in the bomb itself or like the weird symbol that keeps sort of floating about it?
You see Gale kind of also raise his hand, and he says, also, what was that magical surge?
That's a great question. Question to build off of yours. How did that feel for you? Because you seem particularly magic-based. How did that feel?
It felt like, an absence of sorts. You know, it is very interesting, because, I don't want to get into my whole situation, of course, but I wonder, how did it feel for you all?
Flip it around. You have to answer.
Can I roll insight?
Yes. It felt like I had half a meal.
Well, that's 8. I guess I just wasn't paying enough attention.
I guess not. But that remains to be seen. How did it all feel for you?
It felt hollow, impossibly so. I have not felt the absence of my magic in millennia.
And you, Miss Salomon?
You know, I don't know. But she's like absently like rubbing at like the scars that she has. She's like, I don't know. That was a little... Anyway.
Gale doesn't even notice that you pause as he kind of turns around and he's stroking his chin, being like, yes, it could have been a wild magic surge, but that's the issue. Wild magic surges are by its very nature a surge of magic. Yet there was an absence of magic here. Could it have been dead magic? Dead magic doesn't surge like that.
I can say for absolute certainty that the man that you have in the weird case thing is very weird. So, I mean, it could be him.
I think that's entirely possible. Varja, at this point, pulls out a piece of paper and says, all right, found it. She hands Gale this piece of paper, and she says, all right, it's going to be too difficult to teleport you at this moment. Take this to Ebony. He'll know what to do, okay?
Who's Ebony?
Not important right now. Gale takes the letter, kind of nods, and he says, if I ever see you again, Mr. Tempest of Zinlanal, I would certainly love to chat.
Yes, well, perhaps you will get the opportunity.
Gale leaves the room. At this point, Tobazim, you probably feel very annoyed and impatient at this moment, right?
I'm really pushing for her to get to work on this Murph guy.
You see that she's not doing it. What do you do?
I'm thinking of flipping another switch, but
That could make things worse.
could make things better. What happens if I do this? I'm just gonna walk up to him. Let's just walk up to him. I'm a man of. I'm a man. I walk up to him. Hey, Varja, have you tried removing parts? Just like physically moving things?
Are you suggesting that I remove his head?
No, just this part. I just grab the glowing bit. If time is stopped, is it not solid?
She ponders for a second, and she says, I think that is possible. I can't say I can do the same for all of you, but I can probably do it for him. Grab him, bring him over here. She whirls her hand, and now you're able to move the frozen Murph.
Oh, well, look at that.
Pulling Murph over to the table, she examines him, and she looks to Elwyn and says, Elwyn,
Yes.
can you help me with this?
Oh, yes. Ellen digs into like her various pockets and pouches and pulls out like just like the thickest rubber gloves you've ever seen, and then walks over.
I think we're just gonna do like just one big Arcana check, but if you guys help her, it's gonna give her advantage. To get it successfully out of Murph's head, we'll say it has to be a 20 DC. She has a +7 in Arcana, so we're gonna say 13 or higher. Okay. All right. One of those was a 15. So, very carefully, she reaches towards the bomb, and very slowly, she kind of does a counterclockwise motion. And as she does that, the bomb responds in the same direction. She pulls it out and encases it in a silver orb of energy. And she puts the orb into her pocket. And then she snaps her fingers, and Murph completely is temporally free. You see, like, a large portion of his face has been blown off at this point. And he says, Sir Tristan, Roshen, what happened? Where are they? And Murph looks at you all, and he stares at Aelwyn, and he says, do I know you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I throw a coin at him. Hey, flip this.
Ah! And he doesn't even grab it. It hits his chest, it drops to the ground, and it drops perfectly on its
I
side.
point at it. That's the man. You're the guy I'm looking for.
What? I'm just a clay pottery maker.
Oh, nobody, you're so much more interesting than that.
I'm gonna smush his face.
What are you doing? Please don't do that.
You and I, we're gonna have some fun.
I need an adult.
So do I.
Hello, my name is Dallas of Dallas and Dragons. If you've been enjoying my dungeon mastering and you're looking to start your own campaign, I'm available for hire. I'm based in Georgia, and I also run games online through Discord. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned group, I'd love to help bring your story to life. Should you want to book me, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky under Dallas and Dragons. Dallas and Dragons, let your journey begin. You want even more tabletop chaos? Check out Dungeons and Delusions on Twitch. They're currently playing Baldur's Gate Descended to Avernus every week from 7 to 10:30, and our own player Luis narrates the adventure. That's Dungeons, the letter N, Delusions. See you there. Now, back to the action. What do you guys do now?
Is the blown up portion of his face like actively bleeding?
Yes. We're gonna say he's also missing an eye now.
She's gonna cure wounds his face.
You see the hole in his face start to slowly stitch up, and you can see he's kind of winces in pain as it happens, and it keeps stitching all the way up until it's closed. Weirdly enough, and Aelwyn, you don't really get why, but it looks a little like a glass crack, how it's stitched back up. Like, now that you have Murph, what happens next?
Now that I have Murph, I've done my task, and I have to now protect him forever. I don't say that loud, though.
Okay.
I think we turn to Varja and go, so he's ours now.
No.
Yeah.
You own him or something, Varja?
Okay, let's say I release him to your custody. What happens next? Are you guys going to walk out of here and just leave?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're free to go. You're not, like, gonna imprison us here, will you?
Are you serious? Drow's just attacked your friend. Magic just stopped all of a sudden.
Are you referring to the man?
Yes, I'm referring to this person.
Oh, I wouldn't call him a friend.
I've never seen this person in my life.
Regardless, you all came here for this person.
Mm-hmm.
Drow's okay. Let me ask you something really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She walks around to kind of the entryway of the room. Carrot or the stick?
Excuse me?
I would like your help. You all don't seem like you understand the gravity of the situation, so I could put it plainly. I could ask you guys for your help, or I can force you guys to help.
Oh.
How?
Yeah. Not that I don't think you can, I just want to know how.
There's something I didn't tell you about the bomb. It connects to all of you.
We have a new warden.
So, carrot or stick?
I don't think you just blow up all our brains right now.
Watch me.
Elwyn raises her hand again.
Yes, Elwyn?
So, the last time I was offered this kind of a vibe, blow up or do what you want, I was promised a lab. Can I have that?
Sure, why not?
She's gonna turn to these guys and go, and like do a double thumbs up, like. She has not learned.
What about Tempest and Tobazim?
If you guys look at Tempest right now, he is completely dissociated. Tempest is in his mind palace. I am standing in the central room of my sprawling mind palace, and I am just trying to make sense of this device that has been placed. Like thinking, what have I done to allow someone to put this in my brain? How could they have achieved such level of sophistication in magic?
Would you like to roll Arcana?
I would. Okay, 23.
23 is very good. I think you have stumbled upon the biggest issue out of all of this, and that is Nilo couldn't have made this spell by himself. Varja turns towards Tempest and says, "Hey, walking dustbin."
How dare you?
You're rude.
Oh, bite me.
Invitation.
I said the same thing.
All right, I'm sorry for calling you a walking dustbin. Out of respect to your legacy, will you help me with this?
You continue asking for help, and yet you have yet to describe what it is you need.
Can you all tell me, was there anything strange that had happened during the fight? I was gone.
Magic stopped working.
I know about the magic. I have Gale looking into that right now. Did the drow say anything?
They said a jar of lax ale. Must be some kind of drink. No, I'm lying. I know who it is. It's that one creature.
Those were Breg and Darth. That's why. If that's Breg and Darth, then that means Jarlaxle Banra is a part of this. Somehow. Okay.
Forgive me. Why does that matter? Who is this Bainray?
Jarlaxle Banra is a drow and one of, if not the most famous drow of the Sword Coast. He runs a mercenary company called Dare2Die. He also has ties to Luskin.
I'm sure those words mean many things.
He's a big deal, Tempest. If he is tied to this, he would have already left by now. All right. I will tell you what I need from you. I would like you all to go to Luskin, and I would like you to interrogate Jarlaxle, if possible. And the best way to get to Luskin... Oh, gods. We need L'Oreal's help. She goes back to her desk, and she takes out...
Wait.
What?
If we are to help you, then you must remove these bombs or stabilize them in some way, like you did with that one.
I can't take it out of your body, but I can make it harder for Nilo to detonate them. Would that suffice?
We are going off mission, after all. So it's only a matter of time before heads start to explode.
Also, they escaped, right?
Oh, yes, the drow.
It might not be long before Nilo finds out you guys are alive. She says arcane words under her breath. Sigils appear over this rock that she has, and she hands it to Elowen and says, there we go, payment in advance. We're calling it a pocket lab.
We love pocket lamps.
We'll figure out the specifications of it after the session.
Elowen is full maniacal laugh, just looking at it.
With that in mind, she turns towards Tempest, and she says, I'm not going to let you all leave empty-handed. What do you want?
What I need, I doubt you can give me. And so, I will request of you a scepter and a spellbook.
Okay. She opens the desk drawer. What does the scepter look like to you when she hands it to you?
I would say it's a wooden scepter, and it has little ornate metal inlays. And the top of the scepter comes to a head. It's holding an arcane focus crystal. And when Tempest grabs it, the wood around his hands starts to die and darken. It just kind of spreads from his hand, all creepy looking.
She goes to a different portion of the room. She waves her hand and a safe appears. Opens it, she pulls out a book, a very old, very dusty book. And she says, I'm gonna show you how much this means to me. And she places in your hand a spellbook. And on the spellbook it reads, Kelvin Aronson. This is immensely important to me. Do you understand, Tempest?
Very well.
He gently takes the book.
All right. And you, Tobazim?
Give me a deck of many things.
She looks at you for a long time. Can you roll persuasion, please?
Sure. Natural one.
She looks at you and she shakes her head. And then she goes back to the desk, opens it. She leans down into the this desk drawer, and then you see she's fully putting her entire body deep into it, like it's bottomless. And then she pulls out a deck of playing cards and she tosses it. She says, "It's a deck of many things. Whether it's what you really want, I do not know. But there you go."
Okay.
Okay. Go find Laurel Silverhand. She's at the docks. Her ship should be called the Floating Harp, I think. Tell her Varja sent you. Tell her that I need her help, so that she can trust you. Tell her Malik Aldhanik. That's where we're gonna end tonight's session. So many things happening, but you guys finally have a goal, a direction. You guys need to go figure out what Brigand Darth has to do with all of this and what Jarlaxle has to do with it. So, until then, roll for credits.
12.
3.
Chuck my dice off my table.
Okay, I gotta go with love you all. Bye.
I got a 5.
And then I
Alright, love you, bye.
Also a 3.
Who's the ruler of your life? Happiness is just a disguise. It gets you nowhere.
Next time on Story by Dice.
You want to see what it'll do to you?
I need help.
It's just how he sounds.
He's going to eat the meat.
Well, if I must.
You must.
Actually, don't care about him.
Ouch, bro.